I just want to applaud Bernie right now, just because he had a wicked neck crack.
Yeah.
Almost broke his neck. It was quite fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was just like, "Gah."
Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is the Bodacious Rant with Burn and Rye. And, of course, we're back at you with another Marvel's What If episode, the fourth one so far this season. And this one was another intriguing premise. I think definitely a pickup from last one.
Yeah.
Like it was better than the last one, in which, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to dive too much into it right now, because we'll talk about it a little bit in the spoilers, so... But yeah, overall, I definitely like this one a lot better. It was actually pretty scary, just like horrifying.
It's pretty dark. It was a
yeah,
dark episode.
Super dark, very supernatural feel for Doctor Strange. I think it's kind of prepping us for Multiverse of Madness next year, so I'm excited. And yeah, I just thought this was definitely like better action, overall better visuals. The animation didn't hinder me this time, so. Overall, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5, just because it was a very solid premise, stayed true to the character, which I do give credit to the What If series really thinking about, is that even with the different changes in the stories, so far, all the characters have maintained their consistency. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where like you can see them going down this path. Like they've done a good job of like identifying what the flaws were of the character in this episode in particular, and really expanding on that when something different happens. As opposed to what happened in the Doctor Strange solo film. And I thought they did a really good job of... and I know like we have complained in the past of them like repeating beats from the movies. I think this one did it in an interesting way where it framed it in sort of like a Groundhog's Day type of scenario. So I thought that lent itself well to the whole what if story instead of just being like a beat for beat thing, a repeat of the Doctor Strange movie. So I thought it worked really well here, and also give it a 4 out of 5.
Good stuff. But let's jump into the spoilers. So everybody, if you haven't seen this one, definitely check it out. I think this is definitely the one you would like. This is a very cool episode, and with a really interesting ending too. Just because it was kind of not what I expected, but at the same time, I'm like, it kind of needed to happen just to prove a point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's dive into it. Burn, what do you say?
Let's split the multiverse and we'll just dive right in.
I mean, technically, it's already split, so we're just jumping into one split.
Well, let's just jump into the split.
Okay, let's jump into it. Anyways, I thought this was an interesting one where I thought it was going to be a little more like he literally lost his soul or something. Yeah. But he kind of did, because, like, Rachel McAdams' character, oh my god, what's her name? I'm blanking on it so bad right now. But Christine, yeah. Her character was... even in Doctor Strange, they never really consummated it, but they've been lovers before in that movie that they indicated.
Yeah.
I guess
there's a history, between them as we get. We don't get to see it in the movie, but they allude to it often in the movie.
Yeah, and except in the movie where he didn't pick her up, or he was on his way to do it. Or I think he was just on the way to the event, and she was going to meet him there, something like that. Mm-hmm. But this time he went to go pick her up. Like, they were definitely starting to date before he became Doctor Strange, but instead of his hands getting completely destroyed, she died in the car accident, which I was like, man, that's hurtful. And then, but proceeded to be Doctor Strange, and then at that one point he's like, you know what, maybe I should try to save her. And I just kept thinking of that Guy Pearce movie, Time Machine, which I think is a remake as well. Mm-hmm. And where, like, I don't know if anyone's seen that movie, but basically in that movie, this guy in the 1800s invents a time machine, tries to save the love of his life from dying on, like, the one night, like, one of their dates or something like that. But he just keeps failing. And this is very, like you said, Bern, a Groundhog Day, where no matter what he does to save her, whether it be stay inside and have dinner, go for pizza, let her drive, or don't even, or take a completely different route, she dies no matter what.
It's like what they refer to it as, like like a constant, right? A constant point in this particular universe.
An absolute, I think.
Yeah, there you go, an absolute.
This is like that's that theory in time that no matter what you do, it is absolute. This is the point you have to stick with. You can't change it, or else it's like the butterfly effect. You change something, everything changes. Kind of like in Flashpoint, Back to the Future, Bill and Ted, hot tub time machine, basically anything that deals with time travel. This is known.
So Back to the Future is just a bunch of bullshit.
I had to say it. I just started seeing Don Cheadle just like, start naming off all pretentious and shit. Like, okay, Don, we get it.
It just seems like and I mean, along with this universe, the constant being that that Christine is gonna die. I think in almost like probably just like the multiverse in general. I think the absolute for Doctor Strange is he's just a bad driver. He's great surgeon, great Sorcerer Supreme, horrible driver.
But this time it wasn't his fault. No matter what he did, someone kept rear-ending him. And this one I also liked. It was kind of that thing like, what if I did this? Just he kept giving into the what if question more so than like the other episodes have, and it drove Doctor Strange down a bad road.
Yeah.
He just the absorbing all the demons part at the Library of Cagliostro or something at whatever point in time. That was pretty scary.
Oh yeah.
Seeing all those creatures and stuff and him just like doomsday laser beams sucking him into his soul.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of, I just thought of Anchorman 2, just release your soul to me.
There'll be a mint and julep waiting for you on the other side.
But like I said, I thought that was really cool. And again, the one thing that's I think will play later in for the season is those tentacles, that creature, which again, my theory is that, and a lot of people's theories is that it's Shuma Gorath, which is that weird. If you ever played Street Fighter versus Marvel or Capcom versus Marvel growing up, it was a little tentacle thing with the one eyeball, and I think that's supposed to be a villain in Multiverse of Madness as well. So I don't know. They haven't specified it yet.
So that like creature, I think, exists like outside of the universe, right? It's like an interdimensional being or something like that.
I think it's supposed to be like Dormammu or Galactus or something, where he's just some big bad, especially for Doctor Strange and stuff like that. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I thought that was interesting, where that thing kept popping up.
Yeah. Along with the Watcher too, who it's been cool how he's been almost slowly revealed over these past few episodes. Like the first one when we only caught like a brief like glimpse of him, and then in the second one we see him like in the stars and stuff, and the third one we start seeing him like more and more, and now in this one we actually see like him in his physical form. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's I mean, I'm not too not to say it's a bad thing. I just haven't been too blown away by it, just because I think in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where Rocket and Yondu and Groot are doing the time jump, they pass through a couple Watchers with Stan Lee, God rest him, and so but I really like the idea that Doctor Strange being the Sorcerer Supreme and just absorbing so much bad juju. Essentially, he saw him and he's like the whole point of it was, no matter what you try and change an absolute, it doesn't result in a good way. Like we saw time literally fading away in his reality. And I like how the Watcher's like, as much as I want to help him, I can't and I shouldn't. I think it'll be better for the other universes that this happens.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
And I really like the fight that, evil Strange versus like the Strange we know and love go at it. I thought that was really well done, like seeing them use all their magic against each other. Kind of like, again, something I would definitely like to see, or I could see in a Marvel movie, like a live action one. You know what I mean?
The only part of that fight that I didn't like as much was just the fact that the protection runes were like physical, like they were getting punched off of him. I thought that was just a little bit of a weird choice. Like it doesn't seem like a sticker, It's like, I'm not gonna like put this on you and I did tear it off or anything like that. I wish there were a different way of like him using magic to chip away at the spells instead of just a physical punch. It's like, if a physical punch can get rid of protection spells, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, maybe if his hands were had magic to them, like a glow or something, that I could understand.
Just something,
but. But either way, it's fine. I did think that was a little too
I mean, at the end of the day, it's inconsequential. It's just like a minor thing that bugged me. I was like,
Yeah, I was just like, okay, well, it's a little childish. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. But the fact that even though he saved Christine in this, after getting absorbing his good self, it was just like, too late, man. You messed up, and hit that little moment to him and the Watcher. Like, please, you could save this. You are a god. He's like, I'm no more a god than you are. Like, you messed up. You of all people should know that you can't change time. It was just, he kept throwing every excuse back in his face. Like, it's your fault. You need to accept the consequences. And Oh man, that was the perfect punishment. Because at this point, I was like, Evil Strange, you fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then
I-
that like amalgamation creature that he turned into at the end, it was just
that was
like
pretty
that was
cool and
gross.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering like if maybe like that along with the other tentacle creature will also be like a villain in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Like if this evil version of Strange will be that, we'll see down the line. But I wonder like if they're gonna use that to like tie into it.
I think that'd be pretty cool, or at least like have a cameo with him or something, just as like this is the possibility of what you could turn into. But I don't know. Well, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, there's rumors that Evil Strange is supposed to be the one in Spider-Man who conjures the whole time travel spell in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. But overall, like I said, I really like this one. I thought the ending suited it perfectly. Where this Evil Strange is just meant to live alone in the small piece of reality he has left, which is nothing.
Yeah, just a
he
tiny
lost
bubble.
Christine. And it's just he has to live in his own isolation for the rest of his life. So I was like, yeah, that's what happens, dude. You messed up. So I have no sympathy for that. I mean, I do understand like you want to save the one you love, but in the end you got to realize it. If you've done it, like if it doesn't work 2 or 3 times, I think you got to give up. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
After a certain point, you just got to be like, bruh, stop. But I mean, that's the thing, and I thought that they did that really well. Where he didn't learn that lesson of humility that he did in his solo movie. He didn't get that at all. So yeah, I mean this Strange wasn't one that was brought down to size, and we got to see what happened because of that.
Absolutely. But those are all the things that pretty much stood out to me. Evil Strange did look pretty cool, especially when he took that Bugs cape. And he's like, oh, I like the cape. Well, I don't deal with bugs. I was like, how dare you? You just got rid of your own cape for this one? Like, oh my God, you monster. Just, he was a floosy. But besides that, that's it. What about you, Brent? Anything else caught your eye in this one?
I mean, just everybody that returned to voice their roles. I thought they all did a pretty good job. I know in some of the episodes in the past were like, that person didn't do that much of a great job, or this person was kind of weak. I thought across the board everybody did a pretty good job in this one. I don't know what you thought.
No, overall, I had no complaints with the voice acting this time. Compared to last one, I thought this one flowed very well. Everybody, it felt natural. Benedict Cumberbatch did come back for Doctor Strange, right?
Yes, that was
okay.
him.
Cool. I'm 1,000% sure. I was like, oh, thank God, because I liked him in this one. They all just did beautifully well. So, yeah, at least I'm glad that this one, like the animation and the voice acting, was not a problem for me this time. Like last one, like I said, felt very stiff, very uncharacteristic. But this one flowed. Everything felt natural, so I really like that aspect.
And the animation as well was a lot better in this one too.
Yeah, I think it really just depends on the story that it's trying to do. I don't know.
It's because this story was dark too, but I guess just the way that they chose to animate it in this particular one, I just worked better. I don't know why. Again, I'll have to like watch them all sequentially to see like what was done like differently, because the general animation is the same. It's just they do like minor tweaks every episode, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to check on that for the next one. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you thought of this episode in the comments. Anything you didn't like about it, what you did like, things that caught you, and keep an eye out for this week because Shang-Chi finally comes out.
I'm so hyped.
IMAX, we're coming for you. We're coming.
Yeah, we brought the whole theater out. No, that'd be great though.
That'd be crazy cool, but no, I don't feel like doing that. But until next time, Burn. I'll talk to you later. Everybody, stay bodacious, keep on ranting, and stay safe as always.
Exactly. Be good, be safe, everybody, and we will see you on the next What If Wednesday.